Hello everyone, my name is John Burns. I'm coming to you from Charleston, South Carolina. I'd like to welcome you to our presentation of Sisel Wave 4 Platform and CMS Training, CMS standing for Contact Management System. This entire presentation and this entire system was inspired by the book Wave 4, Network Marketing in the 21st Century. The book was written by Richard Poe and published in 1999. I read the book in 1999, and for the last 15 years, I've been searching for a Wave 4 company. In January of 2015, I was introduced to Sisel International. I quickly realized while doing my research that Sisel International not only meets his criteria, but actually exceeds his criteria. Sisel International is the world's first and only Wave 4 network marketing company, period. By looking at Sisel International and the opportunity it presents, you're putting yourself on the front end of the parade and not the tail end of the parade. So let's get started. For the next 30 minutes, let's just agree that most, not all, people start their Sisel business part-time. People are taught to follow a system at their job or their job. Let's also agree for the next 30 minutes that the most challenging rank for most, not all, is one-star master distributor. If we can agree on these 3 points, then I think you'll really enjoy the following presentation. Sisel's Wave 4 turnkey systems will help your people achieve one-star master distributor. There are 2 turnkey systems being developed and being available. The first is this system, Sisel Wave 4 Online, and the second is Sisel Wave 4 Offline. The offline system is referred to as Sisel Live, and for the first time, it's combining the power of direct sales with the power of network marketing. Today we're going to learn about the method to our Wave 4 madness. What is the mission of Sisel Wave 4 system? Do you want a Sisel Wave 4 Basic or Advanced? Why not use YouTube? And how do we drive prospective team players to our platform? Leading with the business or leading with the product? And finally, your homework assignment. What is Sisel Wave 4? What is the Sisel Wave 4 system? Sisel Wave 4 combines the power of high tech with the power of high touch, also known as Sisel Live, to provide a systemized approach to helping our teammates build a successful, duplicatable, and profitable home business on a part-time basis. As Albert Einstein once said, if you can't explain it simply, you just don't understand it well enough. Well, this is my humble attempt to explain to you what the Sisel Wave 4 system online is all about. We all have unified missions, and there are 3 missions. The Maurer mission, which is to educate, inform, and empower people about toxins in the environment and the common everyday products that they currently use that they're purchasing from their grocery stores today, informing them about the dangers of those products, and empowering them to do something about it. Sisel's Wave 4 CMS mission is simply to expose people to our opportunity, help you sort through those people, and give them a system where they can duplicate your efforts. Sisel Wave 4's Facebook mission is to welcome new guests and new team members, promote online and offline events, and recognize new team members for their new accomplishments. Why do we need a system? Well, for years we have not had high tech and high touch in the network marketing industry. The cone, seen here, indicated by the red arrow, is the human error rate. Because the bottom line and the real truth is this: you cannot duplicate human beings. And in network marketing, we were taught in Wave 3 how to learn approaches, how to show the plan, how to follow up, how to overcome objections, and then we were taught several different closing techniques. All of this required personal development, and not every person who ever got involved really had the ability to duplicate and learn these particular skills effectively to build their network marketing business. So they'll try one company, and then they'll be swayed to join another, maybe a couple of years down the road, when someone says, well, you're not duplicating because you have the wrong product. So they say, okay, I'll go ahead and switch companies. So they join their second company. Now they may have 5 or 10 years involved, and then someone says, oh, well, you're working with a good company and a great product, but you have the wrong compensation model. You need to join ours. And since they're not growing anyway, and they're not achieving their goals and their objectives, they decide to go ahead and try it one more time. So now they have 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 years invested in network marketing, and they have not been able to duplicate. Why? Because the truth, as I said earlier, was you cannot duplicate human beings. In our example in Sisel International, we have some great leaders like Dan Kinnison, D.W., Ray Hutchinson, Laura Pacini, Jackie Christensen, and many, many others. But you know what? I can't be a Dan Kinnison, nor can I be Ray Hutchinson, and I sure as heck can't be Jackie Christensen or Laura Pacini. It just isn't happening. I can only be the best John Burns I can be. So what I need is a system, because you can duplicate systems. From 2011, when Sisel International was just opening up in North America, specifically the United States, my mentor and immediate sponsor and coach is Miss Laura Pacini. She got started in 2011 as well, and from that point, she was working on how to figure out how to merge the power of direct sales with the power of network marketing. That program is now being beta tested and will be available in January of 2016. It's a Wave 4 offline system. In 2011, I was also committed to perfecting a system, but a system that anyone could duplicate and a system that was online, which allowed them to use the power of social media, like Facebook, and combine it to the awesome, incredible power and opportunity of Sisel International. Now, remember I said people need to learn approaches, show the plan, follow up, overcome objections, and finally close? Well, let's take a tour on how the system does many of these things for you. Let's start off with approaches. If you follow the cursor, you'll see that I'm handing someone a business card. On that business card, which we'll look at more closely in a little bit, there's a recorded message for the person to listen to, and then they decide, based on what they heard, whether or not to pursue it further and go to my website. When they go to my website, they enter in their name, first and last, email address, phone number, and because I jotted down my name on the card, they'll also write or type into the computer screen under referred by JTB or John Burns or whatever I wrote on the card. They'll be able to see an introduction to what Sisel International and our profession of network marketing is all about. From that point, beyond that, once they enter the information and say, yes, I want more, then they now are introduced to our video platform. Our video platform has several videos, all produced by Sisel International, exposing them to the opportunity. It also measures and monitors their interest and their progress as they go through the system and scores points based on their behavior. If someone has a higher point score than someone else, then they may be more interested or more serious about building a home-based business from home with Sisel International. At that point, based on their score, you'll then contact, if you're the leader, your new apprentice or your new distributor, or if you're the new distributor and you have the system, you'll be contacting your senior business advisor and getting them on a three-way call with your new prospect. The reason why you want to do a three-way call, either with your apprentice or if the prospect happens to be you, is to give the prospect a change of voice. They want to hear from someone they haven't met yet. For example, me personally, I may do a phone call with my very good friend, Mr. Tandy Brown, or I may do a phone call, a three-way call, with my mentor, Miss Laura Piccini. Or if I think the prospect needs to hear from another type of approach, another demeanor on the phone, if you will, I may introduce that person to Mr. Ray Hutchinson. From that call, we're going to promote the 6 Steps call that goes down Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, I really don't care what day it is. On every day, there's a different topic. For example, on Monday, the topic is getting your story down cold so you can deliver it hot. On Tuesday, the topic is making your list. Wednesday is picking up the phone. Thursday is goals and corporate calendar. Friday is Abundance Day, where we talk about our compensation model. And Saturday, last but not least, we talk about why Sisel. The reason why I said I really don't care what day it is, it's because it really doesn't matter what day of the week or what the topic is. On every call, every day, we hear how great the Maurer mission is, how fantastic Tom Maurer and his leadership is, and how awesome his never-seen-before-in-the-world products really are, and how they really help people, and they really make an impact, a significant high impact, to where people can see results very quickly. So we really use the 6-step call as our close. Beyond that, once they've joined the team, we continue to use the 6 Steps call for training and retaining. It's a daily dose of free motivation where someone is exposed to different people that they may relate to or other people they may not relate to, but there'll be someone on that call that they'll relate to give them that extra little bit of motivation to keep on going. If you're already on the team and you're looking at this particular presentation, I also recommend that you purchase the book and also the audio version, if possible, of How to Win Friends and Influence People. The book was written in 1935, and it sold over 15 million copies. 85% of your success in building a successful Sisel home-based business will be based on your ability to deal with people. I also recommend the audio Building Your Business by Jim Rohn. The late Mr. Rohn does a fabulous job. In fact, I really think that this is probably the best audio I've ever heard in over 20 years. One thing that I took from the audio is that when you do something long enough, a ratio appears. And he discusses this in great detail, and he shares the idea of building your network marketing business by telling you the fable of the story of the sower. Our Wave 4 custom opportunity cards. Dan's always saying, be the messenger, not the message. So when you meet someone, for example, I may meet someone and go, why, hey Chuck, how long have you been working here? And Chuck may say, I've been working here for 10 years. And then I'll reply, wow, you must really love working here. And Chuck most likely will say, no, not really. I'm just barely paying the bills, but what else am I going to do? I really wish I had something else if I could only find it, or something to that effect. And then I'm going to say, Chuck, I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way until I found out about Wave 4. And he's going to say, Wave 4? What's that? And then I'm going to say, what's a way where we have a choice? When you said you might be looking for something, were you serious? Or are you just kidding around? And if he says, no, man, I'm serious, then I'm going to hand him my business card. And I'm going to say to Chuck, go ahead and dial this number and listen to my good friend, Laura Pacini. If you like what you hear, then you're going to love what you see. And then he's going to flip the card over and look at the other side and see my domain name. In this example, this is wave4.us. You'll have your own version, your own domain name, but this is what your card will look like. That is the domain that they'll go to, and they'll see your Sisel Wave 4 presentation platform. To give you a better understanding of what you'll hear when they dial into the number and they put in the code, you're going to go ahead and I'm going to click it here and play what Miss Laura Pacini has to say to Chuck while he's listening to the call on the way home from work.
Good morning, Dan. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. I love you.
You know, I'm always, I must come to the mountain that doesn't get reception. But, you know, on Fridays, is, you know, we always say abundance, and there's so many different, you know, abundance means so much to so many people, and it's also about the comp plan. And usually that is what brings people to Sisel. And whether you lead with the product or you lead with the business, it all comes down to how are we being compensated and what are we doing. And when you look at what we have 5 major payout structures. It's just absolutely incredible. And with the new bonuses hitting this month, we can't wait. And pricing in the future is an overlay on top of it. It's just incredible. It just keeps getting better and better. But usually in network marketing, it takes people time to build an income. And then sometimes in companies, it's 6 months, 9 months, a year before they see their first check. And what we have set up with our fast step bonus is we can get people a return on their investment within 24 hours if they're willing to go to work. And we teach them the 6 steps of the business, and they know what their why is, and they know what their goals are. They can't help but succeed. And when we have those major payout structures, you set your paycheck and you set your dream. And you know, whether it's going to be $500 a month, $5,000 a month, $50,000 a month, it's your dream, it's your paycheck, and whatever you're willing to work for, you can make it happen. We have a great corporate team. We have a great team with the field, and you know, people that brought you into the business. Sometimes people are just as new as you. That's okay. Plug into what we have here, and we'll all make it happen together. But I really do like that we can get people their return on their investment immediately. If their mortgage is due and they need X amount of dollars in 30 days, we can show them how to make it happen. And we can help keep people out of foreclosure. And that's just something very, very simple and very basic. If it's just getting your food, money for the week, we can help make that happen. But then you can build that residual income for that, the American dream, taking back your life and, not going to work 40 hours a week for 40 years and hoping you have something. We can help you create that. So With Sisel, you can have health, wealth, and happiness. So back at you, Dan.
That was my immediate mentor, Miss Laura Pacini from Boston, Massachusetts. These cards are available for you to order, 2,500 cards for $80. And you may say, well, John, that's a lot of cards. Why would I need to order those many cards? Well, the fact that you're watching this training, you may or may not have the system already, but if you do, realize that your new distributors don't have to have this system. All they have to have is a way to drive their prospective team members to this system. That's what these cards are all about. So let's say you had 25 brand new people, or let's say you had 3 people, and you each gave them all 100 cards. And you have 100 cards that you're carrying with you. When they're out and about meeting people on a day-to-day basis during their normal business activities, they'll bump into people and they'll have that same conversation that I had with our hypothetical prospect, Chuck. When they hand them the card, they're going to put their first name or their initials on the card and say, well, Chuck, when you log in, it's going to say referred by. Just put JTB in there, or CJ, or CL, or TB, whatever your initials are, or just put Tandy, okay, whatever your first name is. So that when they fill out the page and they want more information, your upline, or you will know when your new distributor is handing out a referral, where that referral came from. That way, you can pick up the phone, call your new distributor and say, hey, Chuck is very interested. He's watched all the movies and he's ready for a 3-way call. Call Chuck and introduce him to me on a 3-way. That's how you use these cards. So that they're basically, in the old days, during the car sales days, they would often call this a bird dog, okay, sending you a new potential customer to buy a vehicle. You're doing the same thing with these cards, but they're looking at the complete presentation that your coach has that's helping you build your business, and your coach knows that this particular referral came from you. That's the beautiful thing about these cards, where you can empower people to just be the messenger and let Laura share the message. Now, Laura's code is 41060. We also have another code for Fabian Loso. Fabian does a great job, and I normally use Fabian if I'm handing the card to a guy. It's just a guy thing. I don't know why it is, but that's the way it is. But if I'm talking to a lady, I'm going to make sure that she listens to what Laura has to say. Now, don't get me wrong. Laura knows these products, and she knows this comp plan just as better, as good as anybody in the company. Laura knows exactly what she's doing. And thank God for her, we're soon to have the new Sisel Live program. So Sisel Wave 4, Basic or Advanced. Well, these are just 2 different capture pages. And I'm going to go ahead and start this video so you can watch it. We'll play the video in its entirety so that you can enjoy the video. More importantly, for the brand new person, this video deals with a lot of common, everyday objections that most people have when looking at a network marketing business opportunity. You know, this industry's 56 years old, and I still get asked, is this a pyramid? Well, the truth is, no, it's not, because what's really a pyramid is their job. Now, this is the advanced capture page where Tom Maurer's invitation video is played. But the problem is, for the brand new person who's never done this before, they're really not going to appreciate the points that Tom makes. Now, for the person who's been in the industry for 5, 10, 15 years, they will understand what Tom's talking about. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what I'm using whenever I hand out a card, the presentation in the video that I want my new prospective distributor to listen to. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to play the video for you.
Welcome. This is Aaron Renner, Vice President of Worldwide Sales for Sisel International. You know, never in our lifetime have we faced such an uncertain future, nor have we felt the need to create financial independence or alternative sources of income. The plan used to be go to school, get a great education, graduate from college, land your dream job in corporate. But how many of us can honestly say we are living the lifestyle of our dreams? This was the plan taught to us by our parents and our grandparents, the plan A that everyone followed and tried to achieve. We assumed our income and our future were defined and stable, even though our opportunity for reward was not guaranteed. As we have seen, this is not the case today. Most people are falling back on their plan B, if they even have one. If they don't, they are searching for something that they can rely on for an alternative source of income and stability, a plan B. What we would like to do today is introduce you to an extremely stable, proven concept that we consider to be the solution for business building in the new century.
The stability of our economy and our lifestyles have changed, but we all still share the same common goals. Better income, less stress, eliminate debt, buy a house or car, retire and enjoy it. These goals aren't unreasonable, but you need to know how to get there. You know, only 1% of Americans are considered financially independent. The rest are people who work hard, don't have enough time to do the things they want to, and live paycheck to paycheck, struggling with debt. Most people are concerned about job security and their financial future. Currently, only 14.6 million people in the U.S. are unemployed. That is an all-time high. And most new jobs are paying an average of $14,700 to $37,000 a year. Does that sound like security? What's going on? And is there something we can do? Instead of countless home-based business opportunities saying, work when and how you want, leverage your income, own your own business, get out of debt, work less, earn more. And you've heard testimonial after testimonial of people reaching those same goals that lead to the independence, wealth, and security that we all desire. But nobody tells you how they did it. Let's get the whole story. By the end of this presentation, you'll understand why you're frustrated and how you can change it. You'll know very shortly if you're interested or not. If you are interested, we'll give you an option to get more information. If you're not, simply close this presentation and we're done. We'll show you why 95% of people never achieve the financial independence and lifestyle they desire, in spite of good education, good jobs and careers, and many years of work. And we'll show you a unique business concept with a proven track record that comes endorsed and recommended by third-party financial experts who all say this is the way. Robert Kiyosaki, the best-selling author of several financial enrichment books, has said, the real reason that most people struggle financially is that they learn to work hard for money, but they never learn 3 things that are essential to earning the income and having the freedom that they desire. 1, how to use your leverage. 2, how to create passive or residual income. 3, how to make money and make money work for you. Most people exchange their time and talent for an income. They get paid on their own personal efforts. It doesn't matter if you're a $5 an hour clerk, a doctor, a corporate executive earning $250 a year. If your time and effort are required to get paid, your income is limited by the number of hours you can work. You can work more to earn more, but you end up with less free time. Or you can work fewer hours and have more free time, but earn less. Stop working and the income stops too. Everyone who works for someone else, clerks, doctors, secretaries, teachers, and executives, all have one thing in common. They're all slaves to them. They watch the clock to see if they're leaving the house on time, or how much longer they have in traffic before they're late for work, or how much longer until they can leave work and fight the traffic going home. They stress over how much quality time they will have with their families before they have to go to bed, so they can wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. They do this 5 or 6 days a week, 50 weeks a year, for 40 years. And then 95% of them still can't retire. Would you like to know how to stop being a slave to the clock? Robert Kiyosaki says, all successful people have one thing in common: leverage. Leverage is the power to earn more and more while working less and less, either by having people or money working for you. Leverage is what enables businesses to grow and individuals to create wealth. Leverage also enables people to earn passive income, whether they're working or not. Business owners and CEOs earn leverage, passive income, from the productivity of all their employees, whether they are personally working or not. They are not slaves to the clock. Let's look at a couple of examples. First, a lawyer. If this lawyer can see clients 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, the most that he can get paid for is 105 hours a week, or 5,460 hours a year with no vacation. In this case, that lawyer has no leverage. Another example. There is a real estate broker who's trained 10 real estate agents and gets paid half the commission earned by all of the agents. If each agent works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or 2 weeks off for vacation, the broker would get paid on 400 hours for 20,000 hours a year. The agents have no leverage, and only get paid when they sell something, but the broker has leverage. If you own a company with 100 employees, and each employee works 5 hours a day, you can get paid on 500 hours of work each day, 2,500 hours a week, 125,000 hours a year, whether you work or not. You would earn a leverage passive income from your 100 employees. And if you want to earn more money and have more free time, you need to own a business that generates leverage passive income. The real question is, how can you build a business that creates a leveraged passive income without requiring a lot of time, money, or special expertise? Professor of Marketing Charles W. King of the University of Illinois in Chicago was faced with this question in the early 90s when the U.S. was in a major recession. King examined many options, including franchising and direct selling. In his book, The New Professionals, he admits he was skeptical and negative about network marketing. But when he looked closer, he discovered that many Fortune 500 companies had started using the network marketing business model. Bypassing multiple layers of middlemen that originally added to the cost of delivering goods and services, it proved to be a robust and efficient model to introduce these products to the marketplace. What is it that these companies and business gurus know that you don't? Shouldn't you get all the facts before making a decision? One of the first questions people ask about network marketing is, isn't that a pyramid where the people at the top make all the money? Professor King explains, the corporation is the best example of a pyramid because all the people at the top make all of the money. The CEO always earns more than the president and other top executives, who always earn more than the middle management below them, who always earn more than the employees below them. In every corporation, the CEO is the only one with leverage, earning off of every employee, and makes the most money. King goes on to say that network marketing is a business model that empowers everyone with the same leverage as a corporate CEO. Imagine you're at work one day and your boss comes to you and says, we have a new plan that we think will be good for employees and the company. We want to teach all of our employees everything we know about our business so everyone can help build it. We're going to share the revenues with the employees who refer us to good productive employees. And the more your portion of the company produces, the more money will earn. As a bonus for helping your company become more profitable, we'll schedule you to an early retirement within 2 to 3 years and continue to pay you a percentage reduction of your network employees for life. How would you like to work for that company? That's exactly how the network marketing business works. except that each person is an independent associate rather than an employee. The company pays each associate a percentage of their own sales and sales within the marketing team. And because associates can be paid by team sales, the people who build the largest, most productive teams earn the most. Like Kiyosaki said, it's a means of building lifetime security as a job here. If you want to become financially free, you need to learn how to build a business network. Network marketing provides the potential to build a multi-million-dollar business that can gain hundreds of thousands of dollars in passive income year after year. There are many other financial experts who agree that network marketing is the answer. Paul Zane Pilzer was an economics advisor to two presidents, a professor, and the author of several best-selling books. Pilzer writes, "The fortunes that will be made in the new millennium will be more in intellectual distribution, educating consumers about products and services that will improve their lives. Network marketing is clearly the best vehicle we have today to educate people about new products and services." Finally, Robert Kiyosaki, in his book, The Business School for People Who Like Helping People, writes, "As the year 2010 approaches, more people will wake up to the realization that the industrial age is over and that the rules of the world have changed forever. The network marketing industry offers a ready-made business system to anyone wanting to take control of their financial future." Let's do a quick summary. If your income depends entirely on your time and effort, your current situation is not likely to change. To earn what you want and have free time, you need to create a leveraged passive income. The best way to create a leveraged passive income is through your own business. Network marketing is a proven way to build a successful business that can generate a leveraged passive income. Network marketing appears to be the best option today for starting a business without a lot of money or
So earlier the question was asked, what can we do? As you can see, network marketing is clearly one of the most powerful and professional ways to create the income and the lifestyle that you want. If you continue to do what you've always done, you'll continue to get what you've always done. Aren't you tired of being a slave to the clock? Aren't you tired of having no time or no money? If you don't take the next step and ask for more information, what's going to change? Are you willing to live the way you are right now for another 5, 10, or even 20 years? If you're ready to make a positive change and take that next step in securing your financial future, we'd love to help and give you a little more information. Please talk today to the person who showed you this presentation.